Oh, there we are. Hello, everybody. It's Helen here at Skin Mart, and I am joined today just for this really impromptu live with the founder, I want to say the brains, and most importantly, the passion behind a skincare range that we have here that is called Skin Virtue. Welcome, Nina.
Welcome, thank you.
It's so good to have you. We've been having a little bit of a chat here at the offices around Skin Virtue. And it's really quite a fascinating story, and this is why we need to share it with you all. Thank you for joining. Let us know if you have any questions about Skin Virtue. You might have even tried it. If you have, I say well done. I've actually been trialling it for the last little while and have loved the results. I always think the most important place to start is, how did Skin Virtue come about? What was it that made you go, oh, let's create a skincare range?
Oh, it would have been great if it was, Okay, so it came about from me having severely sensitive skin that was very irritated and allergic. It was a long process of me trying to find what worked for me and then nothing really working, so going to develop my own.
Well, and I mean, they say the best things are born out of your own need, isn't it? You know, it's like buy the Christmas present that you'd really like to get. It's one of those moments. But I mean, the severity of your skin drove this passion for you. You said to me a little bit earlier, you said that it wasn't something that happened overnight. You actually had the idea for many, many years. That's what it takes to get it right, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it was a long time in development. The whole development process began over 12 years ago, and this was while initially, okay, so I'm going to give you the brief version. So initially it was sensitive, allergic, reactive skin that couldn't be calmed by any means that I had tried, to the point where I was sensitive to water. It would give me redness, like from washing my face.
Wow.
So then I decided, okay, career change, skincare. I opened up a clinic in Europe, had some dermatologists working with me, a cosmetic surgeon, and slowly the range kind of like evolved from the aftercare to the patients that we were giving.
Yeah, and I think this is where it becomes so key, is because what you found, what you realised was that there was almost one particular thing that needed to be taken care of, and it is something that we talk about a lot here at Skin Mart, was the skin's natural barrier. That protective layer that we all have. But you may have found your skin getting sensitive because you've used products that were too harsh, or maybe you used them incorrectly and that has influenced your skin. It might be medications. It might just be a time of complete and utter stress where your skin is freaking out. That's really the real basis for the Skin Virtue range, is to look after that barrier.
Yeah, that's right. So it was about focusing on helping the skin barrier to function in a balanced way. And depending on your skin type, like you said, we all have the skin barrier. So a different skin type would require different things to help it be balanced and function correctly.
Yeah, and I think this is really a key point, because if that barrier is balanced, and I find this is such a really interesting way to look at it, if it is balanced, it will function more normally than you've probably ever had. So you look at the skin in kind of almost two different ways. You either have a balanced skin that is tending towards oiliness. I'm guessing with that comes breakout, possibly an acneic skin, that side of things.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
And then if we come back to that balance in the middle again, it goes the other way, which is about the dry skin. So the lack of oil.
That's right.
So if you can see yourself in there, what I want you to know is that we've got the skincare for you.
Definitely.
So we've got the two different ranges for that, the pure and the, no, not future, the
super.
Pure and the super. To look after you. And then there's a future range. So this is where your anti-aging needs.
Yes,
and
it's the future advanced.
Oh,
it's
my
the better
goodness.
version.
Yeah, and it is powerhouse. So what you will find, it's really, really interesting, is your formulations. You have a really interesting way of putting them together, because you're looking at those two different types. Can you talk us through that a little bit?
So with the formulations, when we develop a product, we look at, first and foremost, making sure that it doesn't disrupt the skin barrier and it actually supports the skin barrier. And we like to to introduce back into the skin the elements that it may be missing. For example, if it's a drier skin type, it would need a little bit more of a lipid-rich formulation, more ceramides, more fatty acids than a oilier skin type. So we include all of these in the base ranges, so the pure range for the drier skin types and the super range for the oilier skin types. Now, we say drier or oilier because it's not just dry or oily. You can be slightly dry, or you can be extremely dry, or you can be slightly oily, or you can be extremely oily. But these two ranges cover that skin type. Now, the third range that you mentioned, the Future Advanced, that's for actual skin concerns. Sometimes, like, concerns are crossed over into a skin type. A lot of people call sensitive skin skin type.
But it's a concern.
It's a concern, definitely.
So the other one is skins with pigmentation. So that's just part.
It's a concern. It's aging concern.
And very much part of aging. So
Definitely.
it fits within that future range really, really well. What I will say to you is that it is a range where, as I said before, thank you for joining us. If you've just joined us, my name's Helen, here at Skin Mart, of course, with the lovely Nina. Nina is the founder and the creator of a skincare range called Skin Virtue. And it is a range where when you trial it, you'll actually be quite flummoxed. Because if you've ever thought, oh, if it feels good, or it smells nice, or that sort of thing, it can't actually be good. Well, this, you actually have managed to bring it all together.
Yeah.
And your skin sings. That's been my experience, is your skin sings when it feels so nourished and so taken care of. But then there's the other side. Ladies, I'm a gentleman as well. Let me not leave you out of the conversation. The whole experience is beautiful. The feel, the texture, the way the product absorbs, and yes, a fragrance. And I want to talk about this because I think it's such a badly spoken about topic. It feels and smells beautiful on the skin.
Yeah, fragrance does get a bit of negative press.
Yes.
I think that that's just a bit of fear-mongering in the industry. And to be honest, if you're wearing a fragrance, like a regular fragrance, you're probably not allergic to fragrances. And if you're not allergic to fragrances, my thought is, why, like, cut off that experience?
Yes.
I want my product to smell nice, and everybody has a different perception about what smells nice, but I would like my product to smell nice so that I actually use it. I don't want a chemical smell of some ingredients, like some vitamin C's. They can be quite...
Yes, we were talking about this. They have that sort of like metallic smell, and you almost can't get rid of it. So that is quite an interesting one.
So I like to use a fragrance. We use allergen-free fragrance. We don't use it in the eye creams, just for the delicate eye area, and so that people who don't like fragrances have that option. But I like to use fragrances for the sensory experience, because the formulation isn't only about what active ingredients you have in there. It's about the feel, how it absorbs. Like you said, it's about the whole experience. And liking the use of the product, like enjoying it as a routine.
It's the encompassing that enjoyment factor that is so very key. And I have to say, it was a really nice surprise, because I knew when I started trying Skin Virtue, I knew that it had incredible formulations. I knew that, the results would come. The results would definitely happen. But the surprise was to have this marvelous experience, this beautiful experience, as I used it. Where do you see Skin Virtue going? What do you see Skin Virtue achieving?
I think that Skin Virtue is a bit of a game changer for sensitive skin, because I think that most brands that develop for sensitive skin, they focus on calming sensitivity, and I don't think there's a lot of anti-aging element in that.
Very true.
So I think that that's a big potential for Skin Virtue, because there is a lot of sensitivity. Like, people are much more allergic and reactive than they used to be.
Absolutely.
So having products that address that and keep the skin calm, have it fortified so that it's able to bounce back, as well as addressing skin concerns and doing them really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's a big thing for this brand.
Yeah, so look, watch this space. What I would suggest to you, if you feel like you do need a little bit of help with your skincare, you'd like to have a little bit more of a talk about using Skin Virtue on your skin. Of course, here we do like you to get in touch with us. And you can do that over our our website, which is skinmart.com.au. You'll find the advice tab up at the top. You can click on that drop-down box. Do you want to do a Zoom? Do you want to talk on the phone? Would you like to just send an email? Our skin therapists are here to work with you to find the best results. And I honestly feel like Skin Virtue is the place where you want to go if you feel like you do need something more. You need a change in your skin because whatever you're doing is not working for you. This definitely could be the results. The results in a bottle, I want to say, for you. So please get in touch with us through the website. That is, we're always so happy to talk with you, to just marry you up with that perfect regime and you know, walk the journey with you as well. Nina, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for spending just a little snippet of time with us. We hope to see you more here on our Skin Mart Instagram page. And to all of you that joined on, thank you very much. Little surprise interlude for your day. Thank you so much, and look forward to spending some more time with you.
Same here. Thanks,
Nina.
Nina.
Thanks, Nina. Thanks, everyone. See you soon. Bye.